Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girl Montique and Callie. Hopefully, Joy will be here soon. We tagged her, so she'll be here soon. I'm gonna be on camera in a minute. I didn't realize what time it was, so I'm like in the bed looking like I'm asleep. So anyway,
And
what
I'll
was
be
we saying?
picking out
Yes,
wigs. I ain't
you
sure
look cute.
if the right one or
We are going to be very fun, right? Allegedly,
woohoo
my favorite
party.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment purposes only. Do not get an
Mm-hmm.
attitude because you know y'all Huntsville people can be crazy, like we crazy too. So this was what's the name of this show? The title, Callie. You don't have it on the thing.
Oh, I didn't put it on
It's not on the StreamYard top.
there. Okay, well, this one is Love and Marriage. Oh, Unpaid in Full. Love and Marriage
Unpaid in
Huntsville.
full. Okay, so we're doing the
Mm-hmm.
unpaid in full. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share it to a few people. Um, who is that?
Look who I'm live with.
Who is that?
Come on now, you don't recognize that face?
Uh-uh.
Kevin Hunter,
Oh, I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Wendy's husband, ex.
Wendy. The how you doing? Girl, you know I don't know who that is.
He
Okay.
on the
So
beach. He
anyway,
he on the beach.
we're gonna rate it. I'm going to share it to a few little groups and then we're gonna get into it with or without Joy because we don't want to be on here all day.
Right.
Okay, we got things to do. It's summertime. So Callie, how would you rate
Now, why is
it?
this side bigger than? Well,
Let me go to Facebook.
I would rate it a 5.
5? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I
It's
mean,
because we were doing less than that.
okay.
For a while. So I'm gonna give it probably a 5, 6. I thought it was. I think I don't even remember because in my notes I said I think I liked it more because Stormy wasn't there, but she was in the beginning. Somebody told me.
Um, is this the one where Kimmy was pretending to be a nurse?
Yeah, and I think Stormy was in that part.
Yeah, Storm. Okay, you're right. It was.
And
And
then after
Stormy.
that, she wasn't there. It was more of the core
Yeah,
six, as Kimmy calls it, right?
yeah, yeah.
I like it when it's just them most of the time because I feel like the outside people try too hard and they trying to get a name for themselves to be on the show, and so they
Yeah.
kind of be over too much for me. I ain't shared nothing yet, sorry people. But people are watching. Hey, people who watching. Anyway, so
Why
let
is
me
one
get.
half of the wig flat and
Well, honey, I like, and I
back
need
her
the
up
hat. You
though?
see the hat? You see, she
Chatting
ain't gave
up
me a hat yet. Do I need to give you my address? Like, what do I need to do to get a
for
hat?
the 90th time. Yes.
Because I will pay for my hat.
You don't have to. I already have them here.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, I'm sending you my address today.
Okay.
Okay, let's share this. Let me ask the question, then I'll share. I am all over the place. I'm telling you, I didn't realize what time it was, people. My tea is not ready. And I normally don't have to get ready because I stay ready, but
Well,
not
yeah,
today.
but she's been getting special deliveries, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah, I got an edible
Her
arrangement
mind
today
is a
from my
little in
secret
another place.
admirer. I was like, hey, Bo, I hope you got some money because Montique needs it. So I have a few questions, and I wish Joy was on because I feel like she would have the answers that
You
we
know
don't
she do.
agree with,
Yeah.
but she would have a different side.
Yeah.
Do you think, and you may feel this way about this question though, the same as Joy. Do you think that Tiffany needs to apologize to Sheree?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
Only because I mean I get that she wanted to know and I'm okay with that. I thought it was funny, even though it was rude. But simply because she, I believe, is aware that it was maybe a little more information than she should have been asking for, considering she was meeting her for the very first time.
Not yet, not yet.
Yeah, I guess so because I feel like she does in a way, but I feel like the producers put her up to this. I know she messy and she probably don't need that much production help, but I feel like this was a produced scene by a producer. Like they saw Sheree walking around with her grease lightning outfit on,
You
not
know
fit
what?
in with the outfit because she on the bodysuit. Everybody is dressed up,
You think the
and they were like,
producers
"We need
kind
a
of
scene."
coerce her into this?
Yeah, we need a scene because ain't nobody else talking to her, right? Not even Maury. What's his name? Martell. So we can't
Right,
even get a
right.
scene with Martell and her
He
because
left her all
he
alone.
left her all alone. We done flued her up because hopefully, or did she drive? Did she get paid for this?
And she was there with her friend. So she was all alone, only on camera, I believe.
Right. So we're not gonna waste this charade opportunity. And who can we get to be messy? And we can just and they can be messy in an instant. Because we
And
know
they,
Tish ain't smart enough. Sorry, Tish. Um,
child.
Mel wasn't there.
Yeah.
Stormy, maybe a little too ghetto. So we're gonna get Tiff because she can act like the clueless person. We need to talk about that too. We'll talk about that in Atlanta. Remind me. We
About
can get
Tiffany being
clueless
clueless.
Tiffany. Because you know she plays the clueless part well. Hi,
Tiffany,
Angela.
you think
How are
that's
you?
clueless?
You don't think she plays clueless well?
Clueless? No, she knows what she's doing. She don't try and hide it.
Hey, Joy. So I asked the question because we had talked about this last week. Can you hear
Hi,
me, Joy?
Joy.
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
About
Hey.
Hi.
should Tiffany apologize to Sheree? We just started. You ain't miss anything. Oh, and how would you rate it?
No, they don't. Um, it would be the common courtesy thing to do, but she's not gonna do that.
Okay.
She's not gonna do that. Tiffany, I hate to say this out loud, but Tiffany is weird to me. I want to say something, but it would probably be considered racist. Let me just say that.
So you're trying to say
But
that Tiffany Whiteside came out?
definitely,
Okay,
that's
that's
her
I
not
MO
didn't
racist.
though.
think of that.
That's her thing. Like
Right.
she's
Angela
abrupt.
said no.
And that when you all were talking, I don't know if we talked about this or if I read this in a group. When Tisha says because she's a pretty girl, that's in my opinion is what she was talking about. When people talk about colorism,
Uh-huh.
to me, that's one of the things that I don't think that she was talking about. Like, well, this would be a for real, what's her name's argument? What's her name that I crazy about? Uh, Candace argument. Her proximity to whiteness allows her to get away with certain things.
Oh my goodness.
And
You
and
think
she
so?
acts. I'll give you a perfect example because I thought she did it. She created this world storm of a situation, got her husband involved, got her husband outside defending her with two men, and then she just wanted to leave abruptly. And instead of her saving face, she caused another scene. Like I'm seeing stars, I'm looking at the floor, I'm fine. None of her family looked like they were excited or but I mean excited like
At the baby
antsy or
shower? Are
anything.
you is this shade? Like nobody don't care about the baby shower?
It wasn't that. It was that I think she was being dramatic. She needed to get out of there quickly.
Yeah, it
I
was her
believe
escape.
all of that was an escape.
Yeah,
And
it was her escape. Yeah.
that's the damsel in distress sort of thing. That's
Well,
why I didn't get
But I
Candace's.
think I
I
but
don't
wait,
agree. Well, I just think if she was gonna do something silly, she would have done it before the men started talking.
Well, she thought her husband was going to be on top. She thought her husband was going to come out victorious because she had
She
came to
doesn't know
him.
that he
she
didn't
don't
though.
know he didn't,
She
Joy.
doesn't know he didn't.
I kind of think she did.
How?
How?
He
Because
was
there's so
inside
much that
faking sick.
I don't know. I think that they were getting the deets because at the table they were talking about her. I tend to think that there's so much that's cut out. We don't ever really get a full view. And I'm the type of person we talk about this all the time. When I watch this show, I look at it almost like a psychology project, which I may not be completely off. But sometimes when they're at the table, you know that they were there for a long time. Tiffany caught wind of the things that she said and that people were talking about it, and people were talking about it in a way that made her look bad. I
Yeah, I
tend
think
to
editing
think
can be
she knew
messy.
this, yes, and I tend to think she knew that this wasn't going to fare well for her.
So
And
you
I
think she did
know
the damsel in distress? But I feel like any color person would do
absolutely,
that. Like if I feel like I'm about to
absolutely,
get
she
called
is
out,
so manipulative. She's almost dangerous. The way that she went to her husband and I ain't gonna say totally, but she twisted that in such a way to not only make, and Marceau was a little bit more aggressive than Martell was, but to be completely clear, Tiffany actually asked them, what's your highs and lows to the evening?
We know.
Martell hadn't even mentioned that party. She did. So for her to act like Martell and them came in and pounced on her, it's an unfair assessment. Of course her husband is going to respond in an aggressive way.
Well, I feel like
Because
Martell was fine. I think it was Marceau, but I think Big Lou
yeah,
figured it was Marceau too. Because when they was laying, when
yeah,
she was laying in the bed, he was like, "Why is he even in this? It's not even him. Like, why he want to stay relevant?" And do you think that Marceau puts himself in the mix to stay relevant?
absolutely. The pressure was on him last year. I
Mm-hmm.
don't blame him for wanting to put his messy fingers in other people's mess. Are y'all really like this? They were under a lot of pressure last year. And last season was 30 episodes.
Yeah, it
At
was.
least 20 of them, the pressure was on them. So I ain't mad at him.
But okay. I still think he shouldn't have. I think he made it worse though with Tiff. Like if he wouldn't have been in it, I feel like
Oh,
Martell
absolutely.
and Tiffany could have
Absolutely.
came to a resolution where he probably didn't even she probably wouldn't even have said anything to her husband.
Oh,
Marceau
I
made
agree
it
with
worse.
now. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
He did.
But Marceau was saying what we were thinking. Like, I can't imagine walking up to, I would like to say the reality personalities or semi-stars. They're our stars. We ain't hardly watching. I can't tell you nobody on scripted TV
No, I can't
that I
either.
watch, but I know all of them. So I don't think I'm far off if I would say reality stars. So these are, can you imagine walking up to a star that you ain't never met before and saying the things that Tiffany said?
Well, I was
Well,
talking about that. I feel like production put a little bit of that in her ear. Because
and I feel
Martell
like
wasn't
she
nobody
thinks she
talking
should
to
have done it.
Sheree. They was gonna use Sheree wasn't there for no reason. Martell wasn't dealing with her. None of the other castmates wasn't dealing with her. So we gonna get Tiffany because we know she'll be messy real quick and easy. And I feel like production sent her over there. I really
But
do.
I'm not
I
arguing.
wouldn't
I
be
mean,
Yeah.
surprised if
I
they
wouldn't be
sent her over
surprised.
there,
Yeah,
but I don't think they told her what to say.
Not to
I
say,
think
but
exactly.
yeah,
Tiffany,
that's
I
true.
think
Exactly. I
Tiffany to
agree.
me, and this is an off base comparison, so I just mean a little bit. She
Uh-huh.
reminds me of Nene in that aspect because Nene from her first season said she always felt like the star in the room. So when she walks into a room with quote all these Hollywood people, she's new. You expect people to look at the Hollywood people because that's who they
Mm-hmm.
know. She expected people to look at her. She always saw herself as the important one in the room. To me, that's what I think Tiffany
I ain't
does. She
mad.
expects to be able to say what she wants because Melody's not, high, bigger than me. And Martell, I am the queen. I'm going to ask what I want to ask. I really believe that. She just thinks she can ask whatever she wants because she, in her own right, is the star, just like Nene was.
And then the pregnancy is saving her too. She feels like she can
I
hide
can't
behind the
believe
baby.
she thinks she the star of this show.
Well, it might not be
Well,
of
I
this
think she
show, but
thinks she's a
Tiffany
star in her own
clearly
life.
thinks
Like
she's a
some
star.
people,
She
I
thinks
some
mean,
she's
in
a
people
her
think
star.
when
own
they walk
life,
in,
of
like,
course.
I
but
mean,
the
this is
party don't
somebody who
start till
walked
I
in her
walk in.
first season
I feel
and
that
told
way.
about a kid
Like,
vaping in the bathroom. Come on.
yeah.
Tiffany
What you
thinks she's a
say?
boss.
She said
Tiffany
Tiffany the type
What did
that'll
you
experimenting
come
with
say?
in the first
whatever.
party and say a kid's vaping in the bathroom. Like she
Oh,
is that type.
I
Yeah.
forgot
She's
about
that
that.
type, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that
Okay, so
wasn't
what
you
else?
that wasn't you with your husband? Oh, okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
she's that
Oh,
type. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that. You
Tiffany says
so
whatever
right.
she wants. She's the
So
star,
I
Joy
honey.
forgot.
said, I didn't
I
catch
got
this,
you.
but was it this scene, this episode or last episode? Tiffany said she wasn't planning on taking maternity leave. Now, when did she say that? Because
It
She
was
said that she was having a conversation with her husband,
yeah.
uh-huh.
She
and he
said it.
was saying, well, he was talking about slowing down. He said, well, when you do maternity leave, and she was like, I don't think I have to do maternity leave. I was reading, I was like, I tuned her completely. I'm like, you have
What is
lost.
wrong with her?
I've never in my life met a woman who wanted to get pregnant, virtually begging her husband on TV to impregnate her and
Right.
to get pregnant and don't want to spend no time nurturing the baby.
Well, she didn't say she didn't want to spend any time. She said she wants to find a balance so she could do both.
That's crazy though.
It ain't no both the first 6 weeks.
It is for her though. This
Girl,
is her
that's
company.
insane.
It's not like
That's
she's going to work
insane.
for Ma Bell somewhere. This is her company, and it's a new company.
So she think
So
she
can
gonna
do
work
both.
from home?
She's at home.
She gonna work from home. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Wendy Williams did the same thing. She was on bed rest because she kept having miscarriages. She said, but I got to work. I still want to work. This is my show. And she worked from her bed and got up. She was number one for years. You broke out.
You breaking up, Joy. Joy. Robot. Joy must be in a bad area. So Joy, I'm asking another question. See what happened. So I say it again. Is it raining? I think it's raining here. So that crazy. Okay, that's true. So okay. So I have always said that Marceau was a petty Betty Crocker, and it was funny that Lou said it. He said he's like Betty Crocker. He always stirring some stuff. That's true, right? He's always.
Yeah,
I like Marceau though. He cracks me up.
I love.
He
Marceau.
enjoyed it because
Alabama men
with Lou, always in his business.
Alabama men are petty and really messy to me.
Allegedly.
I mean, no, they are messy. I lived in Alabama.
I know
they're different.
Yeah.
Look,
they're
the
different.
three we know are messy. Marceau,
They're messy.
Maurice.
Yeah. They're like
Lou too.
Yeah, Lou.
Lou
Alabama
messy,
men can be your best friend. Alabama men are like, matter of fact,
that's what it is, Angela. He doesn't like him. He stays in it.
That's a good question. Do y'all think Marceau likes Lou?
No, not at all.
I think he's irritated by it.
He knew it was. Yeah. He knew it was Martell's issue, but look.
Yeah.
Like, see, I told you got some people in here saying Alabama ain't like that.
Yes, it is. I live there.
The people Joy know in Alabama.
I lived there. I grew up in Alabama. Absolutely. And I came back, although I moved to St. Louis, went back to college there. They are a different breed of men. I love them though. I ain't gonna lie. The Alabama men have been one of my best girlfriends. Like for real.
Joy, but I think you love all kind of men.
I do.
Joy is a man lover, okay? Except Chris Bassett. Any man but Chris Bassett, she loves, okay?
I love black men. I do.
Yeah,
I'm a nurturer. Yeah, I love black men. I do.
So in that room scene, which everybody was talking about their house, I don't even remember what their house looked like, but they were saying it looked cluttered. Well, I mean, come on, she pregnant. Anyway, did Lou hold
it looked like that before the baby? I'm just saying.
Did Lou hold Tiffany accountable? Do y'all think so?
Yes, he did.
Allie said yes.
At the end, he said, "Don't stop putting me in some shit." He did say that. Yeah.
Yep.
No BS or something.
But you still
held
don't
him
think
accountable. I was proud of it. And I just was really moving. He was crying because he thought Tiffany was sick.
Oh my God, that tear. That was more tears than Wendy ever had about her situation. I said he had more than that 1 week, one tear. He really was worried about her. So do y'all think she was faking it? Because for him to cry like that.
Yes.
Chris needs a peach. Do Alabama got peaches?
Alabama has, what they got? What they got? Spaceships. What they got?
Do they? Spaceships?
The Huntsville? Yeah, NASA. The space shuttle place.
How come they don't hold some little ones when they... Because this ain't Bravo. Okay.
That's because it ain't Bravo. What about Angela mama live in Bessemer? What?
Oh, your mom lives in Bessemer. Does she know Miss Wanda?
Does she know Miss Wanda?
I lived in Bessemer. Ain't nothing wrong with Bessemer. I went to Davis Middle School when I lived. I
Thank
lived
you.
in a neighborhood called Courage Hills.
Angela said the
Wait,
Scots are
wait.
from Michigan. They ain't from Alabama. She ain't claiming the Scots, okay? Okay.
So Angela, so they were raised in Michigan, but then they moved to Alabama. Is that
Yeah.
is
Yes.
Mama? So Daddy stayed in Michigan. Okay, that's
Yes,
yeah,
the daddy stayed.
yeah. Okay,
But okay, so do y'all think Tiff was faking it? Somebody saying she was faking it.
yes, that's
Yes.
why she didn't get to being
Yes.
teary eyed with Lou when he said how worried he was. She kind
Yeah.
of winked like I was lying, but okay.
Stop it. Stop it,
She tried to give him the eye like, dude, come on.
Kelly. She did what? I was lying.
I was. We ain't got really go
cried.
there.
Ain't no way he cried like that and she was faking it. I'm not gonna
He
believe
is such a sweet teddy bear.
He is. He's a good man.
Yeah. Telling Martell you don't want to do that. Yeah, he did because he knew you weren't gonna do nothing.
Okay, so I don't know what this means. So I'm just gonna read it. So he wants everybody to do this for free. Okay, so this must be Marcel. Sorry, y'all. So he wants everybody to do this for free, even though the name of the event is giving exposure to his business because it's black with the QUE, not black with the CK.
Right.
So since it's black with the QUE, which is their business name, should they get some type of exposure with their business names on it? I know he said that he showed different promo ads, right? But they just didn't show it on the show.
Right.
But in that meeting, it didn't seem like he did that. Because didn't he put that in the Big Boy?
How many people was in that group?
Oh, he definitely did because he showed all the
He showed us the things, but he could have done that later. You know.
Now, what exactly did Maurice get upset about when he said this is our idea? Does he
the
mean
comeback group?
The comeback group's idea, and they're just trying to redo it with the Q instead of.
So what do y'all feel
and
about
that? He's right about that too. When he said that, I said he's actually right. He's literally right. They should have done this as a comeback initiative. Right. Then it wouldn't have been who getting paid. If you take away black, he was right about that. Maurice should have articulated. I don't know if he did and they cut it, but he should have articulated that better. And I did like how much conversation they allowed us to see. I thought that was really important. They need to do more of that.
I enjoyed every minute of that. But Kimmy was saying it shocked me because she said she still pays the taxes for the comeback group. So if she's still paying taxes and they still have
this, interesting.
This 501c3 or whatever it is, which should be tax free, but anyway. Oh, Joy did. She came back. Why would they not do it as a comeback group? I don't understand. Did they just want to? They wanted to just use their business name because they wanted that to be what was seen.
Yep.
What do y'all think?
When Kimmy said that, when Kimmy and Maurice both said that, I really wish they had. They had the expo. Okay.
The expo.
I don't know if y'all saw the pictures.
They did.
They had. Melanie was not on the panel.
She wasn't on the panel. No.
Nope. But she was there.
And it said the Comeback Group Initiative without an E. I don't know if that was misspelled or not.
Did Melody set up a booth to sell a golf?
No, she was just there.
Or anything?
She was just
there.
They
said she had a booth,
but she didn't present.
They said she had a booth.
Supportive, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did y'all think? Okay, I'm switching gears a little bit. So I'm still on the same thing though. Do y'all remember when Tish went around the table? And she was like, well, we want to do all y'all businesses. She said, chalk in a bottle.
I'm going to switch things.
Okay. She said, chalk in a bottle, not chocolate, which I don't understand. Because, this is your business. How you going to say chalk in a bottle?
But I think she said it all. We only heard it because of the way she pronounced maybe.
Do you think she said chocolate?
Yes. Yes.
Ain't no way you can say chocolate and say. Okay. All right. Who child? Okay.
Wait,
so
what did that say?
Oh, let me see. And then I'm going to wait for Joy to get back to ask this question. Well, they must have some kind of like business tax that she's paying. Because in some states and cities, you have like a business license that you have to get, and then you have to pay a business tax. So she's paying that every year, like a licensing tax. But if they're not doing anything, I agree with you. Why are they still paying that?
Maybe because
Who's paying it? Is it everybody or is it just Kimmy and Maurice?
it's just Kimmy. Maybe they're doing that because they think at some point they're going to use the comeback group again for something.
Some.
When you think about the fact that Marsau and Tisha is really just redoing what the comeback group said, they'll probably eventually fight it out and agree. Let's just do all this under the comeback group, and that's why she's keeping the LLC.
So did you see and I can put it up if y'all want. I have to get out of our little group that we have. But there was 2 ads. One had comeback group with an E, and the other one had it without it. Like they misspelled it and then had to do it over. And then somebody was messy, and they instead of expo, they put expo. But that was now that was somebody being messy. But I'm like, who is proofreading their stuff? Tisha's. They got to do better. Okay, Joy taking too long, so I'm about to ask.
But wait a minute. So the construction site.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Angela. Maurice was in the picture, but he's not the attorney for that project.
He's
what
not.
Do you think about that? That's what they said.
I didn't realize that. Why was he in the picture?
Well, but then the newest partner,
Gino.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's his name, but that's what I'm gonna say.
I think that's right. Actually, he had his daughter in the picture, which I thought that was cute, but she's not really a part of the group either. Cute. So there were some folks in the group that had nothing to do with nothing. I was confused.
And then Tish, I understand, but is she gaining weight or is she not buying the right size? I just want to know, because I done gained weight, and I know that there's certain dresses I don't need to wear right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to eat better. Now, do you just mean in general, or are you talking about? I think her stylists are picking the wrong things.
Because even when they went to the spa, she was like, her robe was too little.
Yeah.
But everybody else's robe fit. Like, I think she don't know.
But she fired, the teacup lady was her stylist. She said, we don't agree.
So the teacup lady must have told her to go up a size. I'm not being shady. I'm just asking questions. The people in the show, in the thing, what do y'all think? I just feel like her dress was really tight.
Clothes too small.
It was too small for her to be trying to do a groundbreaking ceremony, because she couldn't. If she would have picked up that shovel, it would have just split.
If you think about some of the outfits she has on during business pictures, business photos,
right?
It's kind of
And then they get mad at Mel for doing a photo and a bikini selling her skincare line, but Tisha's
and all of her dresses are right there at her butt.
I don't know. I don't get it, but she needs to go up a size. And Tisha, I hope. So he isn't a real estate attorney, I don't think. So did he not do the titling or whatever? Or it's not even time for that. I don't know. Maybe for the land part it could be.
Don't give me the line.
I don't know.
I am always trying to figure out what he does and trying to figure it out without being rude, because I don't know what he does.
So Joe, I was asking because she brought up the photo of Callie did of when they did the groundbreaking. Mm-hmm. Do you think that Tish doesn't realize that she's gained weight and she needs to go up a size in her clothes? Or do you think that her clothes... I'm serious. I am trying to be serious here. Y'all ain't gonna let me do nothing right. I'm serious.
I mean, she should, but
because it's COVID. A lot of people, we gain weight. All of us
COVID was 3 years ago.
But did y'all not go up a size in clothes, or did you still wear the same? I'm just asking.
I'm 80 pounds larger since January 2020. I can't. Okay.
Oh yeah, you talking about Mel shoot? Yeah, she did a commercial for the wig person. But anyway, okay. So I want to go back to the comeback group situation. We want to wait for you to ask this question, George. Or I did anyway. So they went around the table, and Tish said chalk in a bottle, which I'm not going to say that again. Chalk in a bottle. She said Inez. She said whatever the titling company was. And then when she got to Mel, she said, and Mel in your businesses. Like, she didn't name. Did you catch this?
That's because she had too many to name.
She does have a lot. I mean, I couldn't tell you anything that she does except God said go.
Well, she could have said your
What do you
Seventh
mean? You know
Avenue
she has some
Beauty.
skincare.
Your
You
God
know
said
she
go
has
I
to
a
mean,
beauty
I don't know
line.
their names. I just know she did start a skincare line.
Or she could even said that your skincare line. She named
Uh,
everybody's
She
businesses
didn't
by
want to.
name,
She
but
didn't want to get
Mel.
something
So was
wrong.
that shady or was it just?
I mean,
I,
it was clearly shade because
oh,
well,
Oh, I didn't take it that way.
I actually don't think she meant that as shade. What
Yeah,
I
I
think
okay.
she meant as shade was when she said, I mean, I have supported you even when you kicked me out.
But that's not
and that was
sponsorship.
so silly. That's
I know.
different because she wasn't invited, and Melody is being really mature about just letting her slide with that comment.
Because
She
I
might
feel
have
like
should have checked her.
Tish, you're a
A little
college
bit.
graduate of many degrees, and you should know the difference
I
between
mean, like, go sit in the
sponsorship.
class, graduate, or buy it from Kmart.com. Which one?
It's
Which
got
kind
to
of
be.
graduate?
I don't know.
I
And
hear
support.
you. It's not so much that she didn't know the difference. I just think she was
didn't.
trying to make the point of supporting somebody.
Well, she's been to all the Disney races or whatever that race is called and donated money. Mel has. She's done that. She showed the checks. Tish was mad.
This
definitely
wasn't
donated
about
her
whether or
food
not
to
she's done
Kimmy
that.
didn't even pay.
I don't think this is about that. This is
Now,
about first of all, let's put the conversation in context.
Oh,
the
boy.
conversation was they didn't want to pay any of the comeback group members. That's the context. So when she was like, well, in a way, Martell, no, he's still say whatever you want about Martell. When Martell, he will defend Melanie when she thinks she's right or has a point. Because what he did make a good point when he was just like, if you're dealing with somebody and you don't want to pay them, the first thing that you should ask would be, what is your rate? It may be something.
Yeah.
It may be something so small that you may feel compelled to do it.
Yeah, and then too, I sent y'all all an email, and then she looked at her email. She was like, "Oh, I didn't. Even if I didn't send it, I'm like, first of all, Tish,
and he made a good point. She made a good point, Mel, when she said,
"What's Tish's IG post?
You start. Who was that? Who said? I think that was Mel. Who said you start off talking about what you're not gonna do.
The 10 toes down.
Yeah. Somebody was that Mel?
Yeah."
And you're asking somebody to do something. I do think, although we are watching the logistics happen in real, not in real time, but we're watching the logistics happen of them putting together something. I do agree that they shouldn't have been paid. I actually do. But I think Tisha approach sucks.
Was wrong. That's maybe it.
And I think she said, come on, y'all. We can all have a booth. All of us got something to sell. Have your stuff out there. Have all your stuff out there. We gonna bring in the people, but
Marcel said they didn't sell anything. She said, and I'm thinking, well, this was not an expo. This was like a networking seminar.
What about the $100 sponsor that they had? Who was getting that money?
Because every expo has
So there was another expo.
It should have been some vending. That would have been even if it wasn't in the lecture hall. Because even if you do a hotel or a space, you usually go to hotels. But if you're in a hotel, the vending is in a hall. And it's outside. And you could designate time for people to vend. But that's also how you get other people to come out because it's free. Hey, it's this expo. I'm going to be vending so-and-so. And all of those vendors will invite their people. They'll use their social media. And it's a free event. And all the stars
advertising.
Right. And all of these stars of the show would be there. I respect and I understood Tisha's point. But she has to get out of her feelings. And Tisha, although I do sometimes like her, she's very immature. She just can't get out of her feelings. When she's stuck on something. Her points are valid, but when you're presenting something with somebody and you're asking them to donate their time, you can't come to them like this how it's gonna be. Because this is how it's gonna be. And what she thought she was gonna do was bag Mel in the corner. And in a way she did, because it was on camera. She did.
JJ, you got a point. JJ said she wouldn't be with somebody who's saying she has a dark soul. I really think the reason that she's doing that is because of Mark.
Then you leave the show.
I believe
I
the reason
mean,
she's doing that is because of Carlos.
No, you wouldn't do no favors for nobody because she getting paid on the show. I'm not leaving my job because I don't like you. You can call me all kind of names. I'm not leaving my job. I just ain't gonna mess
she's
with
doing
you
that.
in
I
that
think
way.
because Carlos went to have a talk with them to turn stuff around. Yeah.
But another thing that
That's
Mel said was Tish was like, and she started talking about this sponsorship package, and Mel was like, "Well, you didn't even think about sponsorships until I brought that up." Like it's like they're using all of their information to do this event, but put Black on it. And I just feel like if they would have did it as like Maurice said, as a comeback group, or not so Black heavy with the QUE, I think they would have been more apt to do some stuff.
I wonder, is this a tax write-off? Because
or
one of the things that he said,
probably for them, yeah.
Yeah, because one of the questions I heard at the end was, God, it was somebody. I lost that thought that quick. Dang, it was just there. He said we were prepared to lose money. That's what he said. He said something to the fact of we were prepared to lose money. And because they hadn't, because to me, I mean, it obviously wasn't about money. Let me also say that. Because there's no way you wouldn't have vendors at an expo. That don't even make no sense to me.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
I ain't never been to
it's not even an expo without vendors.
They didn't have vendors.
It should have been network seminar. Right. It should have had a totally different name. Yeah.
Vendors is who
it should have been a Black talk about
the event.
I agree.
Vendors are who pay for the event. So when I was sitting up there listening, I was just like, and Kimmy, I wish that Maurice and Kimmy had came in and been a little bit more forceful, because they should have taken over as the comeback group. They were so on point about that, both of them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't being echoed from Martell and Mel. That's the issue, because that should have been that would have been the perfect thing. Now I get that they got the idea, and I ain't even mad at them for that. But if they had done it like, let's do this as a comeback group, not as the Black, that should have been part of the first meeting. Let's do this.
I think they wanted to do it without the rest. I think Tisha wanted to do something without having to say the others were involved, but she realized she couldn't do that. That's really what I think. So that's when they brought the comeback group into it, but they had already had things made up with Black in it. The Q.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Martell attempting to shake Melody's hand, and Melody was just, "I'm doing good. How are you?" and didn't.
What do y'all think of that?
She's so immature to me. She's so hurt. She wears so much hurt on her sleeves. People are saying, I get that they were in court, but I keep reminding people that his court case was still a response to Melanie's behavior. Period. You can say whatever you want, and the judge responds to his behavior. Y'all can read the custody. Y'all can read the custody things that are available. Melanie tried to stop that in court, but you can go pull them up. The judge was very clear, saying that her rules were not reasonable.
We read.
Now,
okay, but what got that to do?
Joy, let me say this before I forget.
What does that got to do with him trying to take her kids away?
Can I talk?
He wasn't.
Go ahead. In the court, can I finish this?
No,
I haven't been able to finish it. One of the things Martell said was that he would drop it completely. Yeah,
if she lived her life on his rules.
First call.
Joy.
What do you call it? Call if she instead of leaving her children with babysitters, that he could be the first to reject.
He leave his kids with his women, Belinda and them.
But guess what? He still got that in court.
Joy.
He still got it.
I was gonna say.
But he ain't get no child support, no full custody.
My question, Joy. So you are the queen. You are the queen of saying all things just Martell with God, Lord have the mercy. You are the queen of saying, well, it must have been something edited out, because I think psychology, and it must have been a psychological thing. So when Melody didn't shake the hand back and all that, couldn't there have been something that was left out and unedited we just didn't see? Did you think that, since that's your go-to?
No, not because it's Martell involved. The child custody case wasn't enough. So editing out wouldn't have mattered.
Was that a no, Joy?
No, that wouldn't have mattered.
I mean,
I just feel like we need to be comfortable in a space.
Was he accused
of doing saying, if I don't like you, I don't have to shake your hand.
Okay,
when I go somewhere,
we didn't make a big deal out of it.
Let me say what I got to say, please.
Thank
can't
you.
wait
I
to
have
see
been in
healed.
the room.
I can't wait to see a
Now,
healed
fuck it.
male.
Forget it.
I
I'm
wonder
done.
what that looks
I'm done.
like.
I'm not gonna say
Joy.
what I'm saying. I'm done.
Joy.
Let's move on. I'm done. All right. Okay.
I'm like, how long she gonna get a pass? That
How long is Martell gonna get a pass?
Unhealed,
How long is
always
Martell gonna get a
mad
pass?
woman.
How long is
Like,
Martell
You
gonna get a
can't
pass?
tell me how to block my when I want to talk
How
to
long,
you.
Joy?
You ain't gonna put me on the timeline because it don't fit what you want me to do.
Thank
And
you.
It
that's
ain't
for
about
anybody
it
in this
fitting.
thing
I'm
on
like,
road.
goodness
That's
gracious.
It is
anybody
about it.
in
What are
this
you
life.
talking about?
You
You don't have to go off of
That's
Joy's
goodness.
timeline.
That's unhappy.
But I don't think she's unhappy. He the one
I
who
can't
over here
tell.
sleeping with everybody.
Happy
Trying to
people don't move
He
like
the
her.
one who trying to
Joy.
fulfill his
People
life
don't
by
move
having
like
nuts
her.
all the time with different women.
Yeah, and she's
instead of
making
being
more
about
money than
his
most
Happy
of
people
them.
don't move
Maybe
like
they
her.
should move
Boss
like
chick.
her.
You can't be
Girl,
just
you
the
know
boss
how
at
boss
work.
chicks move.
Joy,
You
you
can't
are the
be
You
the
biggest
understand
boss
that
hypocrite.
just
Mary
at
J.
work.
Blige, when she was going through what she was going through, because she was going
She's
through pain,
still
she couldn't
going
be a
through
boss
it.
too.
3
You can be
long,
a
8
boss and
years
breathe.
at this point.
People
You was with a
breathe
side
and be
chick
bosses all day
time,
long.
and 3
Just because
years
you
post
don't
the
do
voice.
that,
8
something's
years.
wrong with you and your
Goodness
soul to feel
gracious.
that way, Joy. And I ain't never said that
Whew.
before. You can be
You,
a sad person. and
Joy
still be a
already
boss.
know that she
You can
is
be
a
hurt by
hypocrite.
That's crazy.
Joy, come on, seriously. Quit
That
playing.
I ain't never.
Quit playing.
That is
But-
crazy.
Well, I'm sure there was something that was edited out because there had to have been more said because that's the only way that. But that's only for everybody but Melody. Come on. Joy.
Everybody.
And what
can
did
go
you
through
say
some
about the
pain.
Belinda thing? Who was the strange man that Belinda gave the children to?
I don't know. It don't matter.
Come on, Joy with the dark soul. Who was the strange man?
Who is
Joy has a dark soul.
Suddenly you
Joy
don't know who
don't give
Belinda
this
is?
lady. She.
You
does
mean
not-
there's a
I
girl
don't-
in
I have
Martell's life you don't
Girl,
know
let me
about?
tell you something. Let me tell you, the dark people are the ones that's unhappy and frowning.
That would be
and always
Martell Holt.
whining, always crying. Woe is me. They need the smallest violin following them everywhere. Nobody want to hear that mess.
Well, the last time I saw Melody cry when she was talking about the sex tape.
This ain't
No tears needed.
I didn't.
No
I ain't
tears
never in
needed?
my life because
I mean,
have
that
been in
is-
the room with people.
That is, you're
who I
talking about
don't like,
something
and I don't shake their
Marcel
hand.
tweeted to her in October, and she cried about it in May.
That's when it
Yeah.
came up, Joy.
That made
It didn't come up.
That
on
is
TV
not
in
when it
October.
came up. That came
Okay,
up in
Joy. I
The
can't.
tea party didn't take place
he
back then.
texted her
You don't like
something
this
in
lady. It's
October.
evident you don't like Mel. It's evident you don't like her.
Or
And whatever she
August,
does,
whatever it was.
you are not
Joy.
gonna like.
Zippy,
Martell
I mean,
can
you
do
know good and
whatever he
doggone
wants,
well.
and you gonna like him. But Mel can't do nothing, and you're not gonna like her. So there's no reasoning with that. It's
Who's
just no.
Belinda? Suddenly you don't know somebody in Martell's black book. Come on. Who's Belinda's the
Child.
friend of the boy of the down the road. I mean, because Martell is a saint. Come on now. Wait, what do you think about
Darker
them
than
cheap
darkest.
suits?
Let's go to the. I ain't gonna. I don't know. So let's go to the suits. So Martell called him Miguel because he wanted to do.
Old.
What?
Is it?
Girl, are they back at it again?
Who?
Martell and
Marcel
Melody.
Narcissus.
Ain't
Martell
nothing changed. When is Martell not
What
at
is
it when
it?
it comes to Melody? That's what happens when you're sick and obsessed.
What is this?
Girl, I hope this is old.
Why?
They said the shade.
I think they were
room-
greedy too, Miss Gucci. I feel like they were the greedy ones in the situation. They didn't want to. I feel like maybe it wasn't greedy, but they didn't want to listen. They had their minds made up, and they wasn't gonna bend, or they was
I
gonna
was
break.
impressed that
before they
Maurice
would
kind
bend.
of checked them. I was
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah, you have to be able to bend sometimes, and they was not bending. But anyway, do you think Martell's? I don't
think
know what this
is old
means.
stuff. Is this old? This has to be old.
So let's go
Look
to
at
the
the
suit
date.
part. Martell and his suits with Miguel. So he called Miguel because Martell did, because he wanted to do this suit venture, which we have all been saying that he should do this. What
Because he can wear a
do you
suit.
think of the rest of this? Did y'all like that? Well, I feel like Martell came into there with no plan and no nothing. He just walked into there with no plan, no purpose, no ideas, no sketches, nothing. He's just like, I'm gonna go in this meeting and they're gonna do this.
Well, he doesn't know
So
how
the
to
double
do a lot of things. He doesn't know how to do a lot of things. So he told them in advance, this is what I want
Oh
to do.
yeah, this is old. I don't know why the shade.
Girl, what are you doing? We is on this live.
That is very old. That's one of the
yeah, I don't know why the shade room posted this like this new news today. I'm
probably
like,
because they knew that you were going to defend it no matter what.
Crazy. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to be done with this real soon. So let's stay on task if we can.
Come on.
So he said he's a single dad of 5, and he wants to try to come back and do this type of thing. So he needs $100,000 to start. Do we know if these has started or is in production?
Well, I think there was a bit of a delay when he saw he couldn't get any money out of Melody. He had to hold off for a little bit.
You thought the child support was supposed to go to there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So but do you think those suits are worth $700? The orange one that you saw, the lilac one. Now I've seen some nice colors.
What? I didn't see this. What was the suits?
At the fashion show.
Oh, you think those were the $700?
Well, I hope that fashion show was after their meeting, and that's the
price. That wasn't Martell's line. That was just Miguel's line.
Well, but Miguel is going to be making it, and Miguel is probably more than $750.
Oh, you think so?
Well, I would think.
No,
but I think it's pretty bold to try and get Martell to sell something for you. So I really hope it works because he looks good in a suit. He looks good in a suit, except for when he's lying, which is often. So I don't know that it's worth $750.
So will Martell attract his name? Because I know a lot of women love him because the way he looks. So maybe they'll buy it for their husbands because I don't see no man saying, "Oh, I want to go buy a Martell Holt $700 suit." So it must be the wives.
Well, let me say this, and Joy might have made this comment in our messages because I'm always thinking of Steve Harvey. Steve, how much was Steve Harvey suits, Joy?
They say they were like $200-300.
Yeah. So, and I think he dresses better now than he did initially.
It was Zoot suits, Steve.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah. I just don't know that I've seen anything on Martell that would be that much money though. But he looks good in a suit, even the cheap plaid short one, the shorts.
That could have been $700. That was an Easter suit that your kids wear. Like you would put your little boy in that Easter
wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. So his needs to be better tailored to me.
Are they going to be custom made? Like, I don't understand why a suit would cost that much if it's not custom. Or am I?
I can't imagine. My husband probably spends up right under $200.
Right,
he's a suit guy. I would imagine. That's on an elite scale.
It's got to be
spending that much money for a suit. And there, look, it's a market for elite. Don't get it wrong. Macy's sells some suits that and they don't go on sale.
Because Noni looks good in all his suits. All of them.
I think he's right. Steve Harvey, he does still make suits. They're $200, $199.
Right. So, and his suits look nice. So
he makes them, but he doesn't wear them, I don't think.
How do you get this?
No, he don't sell Zoot suits anymore.
No, he sells nice
like
suits
regular
now.
suits.
Yeah, he sells nice suits for $200.
Yeah.
So I feel like Martell needs to be in the $200-300 lane. I think him and She by Sheree are charging too much.
And I think that could be a big problem if he doesn't. Was that Steve Harvey? Yeah. Steve's are nice. But Martell shouldn't go too high. I agree with JJ. He needs to lower the price point big time.
He needs to lower that. I think he needs to lower that because the people who watch Huntsville don't get that kind of money. I don't think. And
I think a brother on a 6-figure salary would spend a couple $100 for a suit.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna spend. All his suits wouldn't be $200-300. You know, because you.
It would have been nice had he had.
You can get a decent
already.
Suit.
Yeah,
you can still get a decent suit as a man for $150. I mean,
it would have been nice if his suits were already out, considering this is Father's Day weekend. You know.
Oh yeah,
this is stuff around for that.
So another question. Oh, I forgot to ask this when they was at the round table. So they wanted to do all these people's stuff for free. They want to have a sponsorship package, but who's keeping up with all the money that's coming in? Because they were like, well, we're gonna help another business and help another business who may need our help. Well, who's going to be monitoring if they're doing this for free? Who's going to be monitoring who gets this money? Who they give?
The guy said, he thinks Tisha should do more of the office type stuff like that.
The Gino guy?
Gino.
Did Gino take Martell's place in Scope?
I don't know. Martell did make it clear, though. Not Martell. I was thinking about Marcel, but no, I don't know if he took Martell's. Did Martell have a spot again?
Oh, I thought he did.
Because
No,
Tisha said no, she couldn't trust him after the 20 things. You know, the linebackers that he was.
I don't think Scott Manor's happening anytime soon. Anything else we didn't cover? Because I couldn't say some of the stuff because Joy wouldn't let me talk, so I moved on.
Girl, you got to be quick. You got to be quick to get
Pick
it in.
one. Pick one of these fingers. Just one.
You don't care. I'm not picking nothing.
Pick one.
Because you don't care.
I was gone half the time.
Simply beautiful.
Yeah, when you came, we was able to talk. And then you just stopped us from saying stuff.
I agree with the scam. He listed as a register. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, scam artist supporters. Like,
all right,
so y'all ready for the next call?
If anybody, do we have anything else? If not, I don't know if I have our new StreamYard thing. Oh, here it goes. Here's our QR code. Everything chatter up. I think it should still work. I hadn't checked it in a while. But you can get to our link tree and it'll take you to everything. I have not been loading anything to the podcast, but I plan on starting to do that again. Because we're getting a lot of people listening to us on the podcast. I need to do better. Because they listen. They really liked the Married to Medicine stuff. So we may have to do that when it comes back.
Wait, before we hang up, I just bit my tongue. Don't you hate that?
I hate it.
Did you look at the comments on YouTube after our last call, girl?
No, they was
sometimes I do.
They was cracking me up.
They were talking about me. I think somebody called me a pick me or something. I'm like,
yeah, they called you a pick me.
My old bud. I'm saying pick me. No, I do see.
She's a Martin.
I really do see things from a lot of times a masculine point of view. I get that. I was raised by a man. I often have to remind people of that. I was raised by my father, so I do tend to see things from a male point of view. That's all it is.
Who don't have a website anymore? I'm confused.
The Scopes.
Oh, Wanda's live. Oh Lord, what's she talking about, JJ? Can you tell us?
Yeah, she said
we're gonna do Atlanta next.
So hopefully she's gonna talk about Kiki. She said all the the hands are off or something. She's going in on Kiki at 6:15.
Well, Kiki did do a post saying that she's not going to, and I don't know who she was talking about, but she's not going to try to sugarcoat anything anymore or hide anything anymore.
I thought you were done with that.
Calm down. She act real antsy. She act like Marlo.
But she acts like Wanda. They are family. I don't know if
it's their family. That's how she acts, like Wanda. You're right.
Yeah, she definitely acts like Wanda.
And those glasses that Wanda has on the live, did she take them off, y'all?
Did y'all see that Scope Industries does not have a website anymore? So what does that mean? We'll figure that out. All right, y'all. So we're gonna leave here. Gonna do Atlanta real quick. We should be on hopefully 30 minutes. I was thinking this was gonna be 30 minutes, but we, anyway. And then we're gonna go to bed. Right? All right. So y'all ready to? I'm gonna share it again so y'all can watch us do Atlanta. All right. Peace out, y'all. All right,